Give me a second. Yeah, I know. I'm behind. I just want to bring up the live stream so I can read your comments, or on my desktop, so I can read a little bit better. As mentioned before, no one needs to see me peer close at the phone so I can read. Eve says, Yogi, hey Eve, nice to see you so early in the morning for me. I know it's later in the day for you. Eve says, hello Amanda. Amanda says, hello Eve. Let's see. Amanda says, good morning. Yeah, it's beautiful, men and women. Are we talking specific sexy ass or sexy people in general? Are we including, every body part? Or are we just talking about sexy butt? I need to know. Danny says, good morning. Good morning, Danny. Let's dive in. Topic at hand is A Course in Miracles. Of course. It doesn't always have to be. We spent much of the summer. I read through the Bhagavad Gita, which is one of the great texts for yoga, and then we did there's 18 chapters, and then I read the excerpts from 81 chapters of the Tao Te Ching. We've done the Dhammapada, which is the original teachings from Buddha. What we ought to do sometime is the Sermon on the Mount. If anyone has any suggestions of what maybe they'd like us to read through, let us know. But I have something specific in mind. Just give me a second, and I'll let you know what it is. There we go. All right. Amanda says, hello, hello, hello. Handsome men of the day and beautiful women. Tanya says, morning, Yogi. Morning, Tandra. How are you? What's new in the world of Tandra? Hey, Night Watcher. Just Night Watcher doing burpees in his bedroom says, hello, hello. I should add that Night Watcher was the original and first to do the Justa as a, I'd like to say as a tribute to my channel, but I think real seriously, he was just making fun of me, which is okay. Night Watcher is a friend. I had Tandra up early this morning. Hey, I see you had a visit from Mir. I haven't seen Mir in a while. And Tandra was there hanging out. Our friend Joshua is doing a restream, I believe. Let's see, Skeeter's live. We'll pop in right after this live stream. I'm not going to be long. We'll talk for maybe 25 minutes. Now what you says, Yogi, you are legally blinded to say OG Yogi Kopike. I don't even know what that means. Tanya says, all good. Thanks. Nothing new. Just busy with work last week. How are you? I'm pretty good, Tandra. I hope your busyness is easing up a bit. I Love You, Sweetheart is here with a trophy. That's a beautiful name for a channel. Let's bring you up real quick. So, I Love You, Sweetheart. I'm going to subscribe to you just because I love that channel name. Oh, okay, I got you. Night Watcher says that I am legally binded to say that just Night Watcher doing burpees in his bedroom is the OG Yogi copycat. He is the OG. He's the first. He's the original. And you know what? He still might be one of the best. Let's see. Mohanla, did I say that right? From India. Welcome from India, my friend. Nice to see you. Jamie Brown is here. Hey, Jamie. How are you? Jace says, good morning, amazing people. Good morning, amazing Jace. Let's see. Amanda says, did you get enough sleep, Yogi? I did not get enough sleep, Yogi. This was in bed a little bit later. Trying to sort out some issues with some friends, which is going to bring me into, I get by in about 5 hours of sleep a night. Let's see. Amanda says, good morning, sexy Jace. Let me clarify. That's from Amanda. That is not from me. I am not saying personally, good morning, sexy Jace. Although, I do wish sexy Jace a good morning. Jace says, Jamie, good morning. Amanda, hello, sweetheart. Jamie says, I'm all right. Thanks. How are you? I'm pretty good, Jamie. Night Watcher says, what do you think of U.S. Tariffs? I think they are a mistake. I think they are a mistake. Not to get into politics and all that stuff. There are no best interests. You know, I always hear that. What's the best interest of the United States? The best interest of the United States isn't the best interest, isn't separate from the best interest of another country, another nation. There is only our best interest, collectively. Amanda says, you got that mad look, mad look today? I didn't know I had a mad look. This says, good morning, princess. What was that for? Princess. Which one is princess? Wait a minute, am I princess? Man, does that happen? How did I get to be a princess? Man, you show up on a live stream wearing a tiara and a pink tutu one time and forever I'm branded as a princess? That hardly seems fair. Just because I have a sparkly wand doesn't make me a princess. So, let me dive in real quick, and then we'll talk for a bit. The quiet answer came to me perfectly, as it always does, when I let go. This is chapter 27 from A Course in Miracles. In quietness, all things are answered. And is every problem quietly resolved? In conflict, there can be no answer and no resolution, for its purpose is to make no resolution possible, and to ensure that no answer will be plain. Imagine that. If you are in conflict and you're looking for an answer, you're only going to find more conflict. You will never find resolution in conflict, because the very nature of conflict is only designed to provide conflict. This is what Einstein meant when he said that no problem will be solved with the same mind that created it. You need a shift, a paradigm shift. Here's the paradigm shift. The answer is always God. Not your conception of God, not your description of God, not your thoughts of God. Get rid of all those. God is the actuality of the moment. Doesn't need a description, doesn't need a label, doesn't need your perception. It's reality. Hey, Carl. Good morning, my friend. Carl says, good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. So if we bring conflict to anything or anyone, it is our conflict. It's never about anyone else, ever. We love to project outwards and say, this person's the problem, and that's the person the problem. If this would only work out this way, if this person would only apologize, if this person was no longer angry with me. There is no other person. It's all a dream. They are all dream characters of our dream, our projections. We are the dreamer of the dream. And who we think we are is also part of the dream. That's why it's always called waking up, enlightenment. entering into the light. You can be enlightened right now because guess what? You already are. That's the quiet mind. You have two teachers in every moment. One teacher is quiet, loving, open, and present. The other voice, the other teacher is always insistent, always loud, always speaks first, and is always wrong. The ego is always wrong because it's not true. It's not real. It gets its identity through conflict and the thoughts of continuing in the conflict in all kinds of different ways. We've all seen that, right? Conflict after conflict after conflict. One is resolved and it opens up others. Others? Is others a word? That's the question for the day. Maybe I'll do a poll for that in the afternoon. Is others a word, and should it be a word? It should be. Others. So in quietness, all things are answered, and is every single problem quietly resolved. In conflict, there can be no answer and no resolution. Turn to the other teacher. A problem set in conflict has no answer, for it is seen in different ways. And what would be an answer from one point of view is not an answer in another light. You are, emphasis on are, in conflict because you are choosing the wrong teacher. If you are not at peace right now, no matter what's going on in your life, if you are not at peace right now, you are in conflict. Thus, it must be clear you cannot answer anything at all, for conflict has no limited effects. It just produces more conflict. So here's the thing. Admit you don't know what to do. By you, yes, I'm pointing at you. Sorry, guys, if I figure it out. By you. But you know what? When I look at this camera and I point in this direction, guess what? It's pointing right back to me. There is no you. We are all dream characters in this dream. It's a crazy dream. What do? We wake up. Or, as we're working on waking up, we collectively dream a happier dream. How do we do that? Choose the right teacher. Admit, I don't know what to do, because everything I seem to do just gets me further in conflict, creates more issues, more problems. I go from this problem to this problem to this problem. Let it go. You don't need to know the answer. The answer is in the quiet mind of the Tao, the quiet mind of Krishna, the quiet mind of Brahma. This is why I love teaching breath work and meditation, because it leads us directly back to that quiet mind, which is ever present, where every single answer lies. The answer is always love. I'll give you a hint right now. The answer is always love. Forgiveness isn't the answer. Forgiveness is the tool that leads us to the answer. The reason why I emphasize forgiveness is because it's just the tool. Let me dive in the conversation, guys. I've been ranting and raving. So, welcome in, Carl, my friend. Night Watcher says, Yogi, you will wear a pink princess dress and troll around in it? I will not. Amanda says, Yogi in a dress, I want to see. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. Amanda says, oh, your wand is sparkly? Of course. If you're going to have a wand, it's got to be sparkly. What would be the sense in having a wand if it wasn't sparkly? Do you know why? Because I would misplace it. It'd be lying all over the place. I've already misplaced my Michael Burkeen spoon. I dropped it. I need to pick it up. It's somewhere on the floor. Let's see. Amanda says, so Carl Hun. Fisherman's Watch says, morning Yogi, just stopping in to drop a like, watching the Elimination Chamber. I don't know what the Elimination Chamber is, but good morning to you. Tanya says hi to Carl. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a blessed Saturday. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, our friend. Everyone's saying hello and good morning. First month says, bye, everyone. Enjoy your awesome day. You too. Hope you get your keg emptied. That's not a metaphor. It sounds like I'm offering a metaphor, a great spiritual insight. May you empty your keg, and may your keg stay empty. No idea what that means. Stuart has a keg to work out, to use, to lift. Strongman competitions. Skit says, good morning, Yogi, in chat. Just popping in to leave you a like and say a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day for you too, Skits. Hey, Rosie. Rosie Ocean is here and says, hey. So, don't be afraid of conflict, but don't make it real. Hey, Rosie Ocean. Welcome in, my friend. I'm going to subscribe to you. No particular reason, except I like you. Rosie says, how are you? I'm doing good, Rosie. Let's see. Amanda says, love my Rosie. Katie Barton says, hey, Katie, how are you? Rosie says, love you too. Welcome in, Katie. Katie says, I'm a big fan of you. I'm going to tell you something. I should not have a fan. I shouldn't even have one fan. Here's what I should have. I just subscribed to you, Katie. I should have friends. Let's change that fan into a friend. That you are a big friend to me, which I appreciate. And in return, I am a big friend to you. And as a friend, if I can help you, if I can help your channel, let me know. Lucy says, hello, Lucy. Speaking of big friends, I am a big friend of Lucy Warren's World. Amanda says, Rosie Yogi is my priest. Man, I should certainly not be anyone's priest. Being a good now. Rosie says, laughing at Amanda, laughing with Amanda. Rosie says, Skeeter thinks you slept, Amanda. Amanda says, okay, I wasn't feeling it over at Skeeter this morning. I'm going to pop in just a minute. Katie says, why are you even up at this hour? It's a good question. I am up every morning at no later than 2:30, usually about 2:15, 2:20-ish. And I wake up and I do my breath work. Every morning I do the breath of fire. And then I sit in meditation for 20 minutes, half an hour, depending on what the day calls for. I do my yoga asana routine, make my cup of coffee, my 1 cup for the day, sacred cup, my holy cup of coffee. And then I sit and I write every morning, whatever comes to me. No agenda, just write. And then I come here and I talk to you guys for about half an hour. Lucy says, yes, big friend of Yogi. Really can talk about anything here. I hope so. That's the plan. Amanda says, Yogi, Rosie is my awesome friend, and she is a sweet young lady. Any friend of Amanda is a friend of mine. I hope. I hope I can be as good a friend to you, Rosie, as Amanda is to me, and as Amanda is to you. Let's see. Lucy says, if you're having a bad day, he can make your day better. I think we all can make our day better. We can all make each other's day better. Because you guys join in. I've seen you guys do it so often, where you just pour love into the live stream and offer it to each other. It's much, much appreciated. Amazing Amanda says, I'm Amanda. Yes, you are. Katie says, what do you eat? I eat plants. That's it. Nothing but plants. I'm a plant-based, whole food, ethical vegan. However, I am not a preaching, get on the soapbox, wag my finger, and tell everyone else how they should eat and what they should eat. It's just me, what I do. So I eat oatmeal. I eat lots of berries, lots of fruit, lots of green vegetables, leafy greens, whole grains, lots and lots of lentils. And that's about it. Grady says, are you hungry? You know what? I'm never really hungry, but I'm never really full either. I like doing the uh, Japanese usually eat to about 70% and then maintain that. We always sort of, man, we're always trying to fill ourselves up with something, you know, that if we eat enough, drink enough, party enough, do something enough, it'll fill what we consider to be an emptiness within us. That emptiness will never be filled with anything other than love. So don't try to fill yourself up. Allow yourself, it's okay to be hungry. You know what I mean? It's not bad. Rosie says, I'm your friend. I hope I am. I believe you are. Tanya says, hey to skits. Amanda says, yeah, I'm okay. Just ran out of the naughtiness. It's a Yogi thing. I'll take Yogi over Skeeter any day. How about you take Yogi and Skeeter? Both of us. You can't take me without Skeeter. You can't take Skeeter without me. You know why? There is no Skeeter without me, and there's no me without Skeeter. Remember Ramana Maharshi? I quote him all the time. When he was asked, how do you treat others? And he said, there are no others. Amanda says, Yogi's my favorite, and everyone here knows it too. Well, thank you. Lucy says, I met a new man. I hope it works out. I hope it does too, Lucy. You deserve infinite happiness, my friend. Let's see, which fruit is your favorite? You know, I'm tempted to say bananas. But bananas, man, bananas are iffy. You can never trust a banana because they have a cover. What do they need a cover for, guys? What are they covering up? So you get a perfectly good-looking banana, and you're all excited. Look at me, I got a banana. And you peel it, and it's like rotten inside or brown spots all over. Is there anything more disappointing than putting your trust and faith into a banana only to have that, that disappointment? Now, an apple, you can trust an apple. You get what you get with an apple. It doesn't hide anything. There's no hiding in an apple. But bananas are a great source of calories because you get about 100 calories per banana. I also like dates. Dates are pretty awesome. I have actually run 50 miles on nothing but dates, eating nothing but dates. Dates and water. Tanya says, Amanda is rubbing off on me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, uh-oh in the best possible way, guys. Amanda says, everyone sub to Rosie. For me, please. She does her own music and skits and her friends too. All right. I'm already subscribed to Rosie. I think I just did this morning when she came in. Rosie, I am subscribed. Let us know how we can help you in any way. Always feel free to drop your links. Anything, any kind of music that you make, anything that you're proud of, you're happy with, that you want to share, drop your link. We are here to help you. Hey, Amanda, thank you for bringing us a new friend. Kitty says, I'm a mom. My kids are annoying. Kids can be annoying, can't they? But from a kid's perspective, is there anything more annoying than a mom? That changes, though. Man, that changes. I mentioned before my own contentious relationship with my mom. I always knew my mom loved me, but I didn't think she liked me very much. And she probably didn't. However, there's nothing I wouldn't give to have a conversation with my mom again. Tanya says, Yogi, that would be interesting. I've already lost track of what I was talking about. Rosie says, thank you, Amanda. Let's see. Lucy says, thanks, Rosie. He wants me to move in right away. Wow. Like him as Green Girl. But you can't do that when you meet his parents. Um, Did he meet his parents like right away? He's 6'6". Wow. And I'm 5'10". That's a good height. Who do you think's going to win if something goes wrong? I put my money on, my bets are on Lucy. If something goes wrong, I think Lucy's going to win. Always bet on Lucy. Rosie says, banana is like a human. It needs clothes. Gotcha. That's a good point. Katie says, are you from England? No, I'm from the eastern United States. Well, I'm from the state of Pennsylvania, but I live and grew up in the state of Maryland. Let's see. Amanda says, laughing. Okay, fine, Yogi and Skeeter. Both group hugs time. Dropping the S. Hey, you are a big addition to both of us, Amanda. You know, you are a shot of love and energy in the arm that is the channel of just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement, as well as Skeeter. You are essential. Lucy says, I was F before and won't be again. Like I said, I have trust issues with that and manipulative men. That's understandable. Always, always keep your heart open, but have a discerning mind. Amanda says, Zafin, Tandra, I love you too. I know I'm rubbing off on Yogi. Finally, he's harder to crack. Let's see, Rosie says, go for it, Lucy, but don't rush nothing. It's not good to rush a relationship. Just an opinion, by the way. It's a good opinion. Let things unfold naturally and easily. It doesn't have to be any particular way. Enjoy the process of love. The slowness of how it unfolds. There's no endpoint. My friend, the author Robert Saltzman, likes to say, awakening never ends. It's a continuous process. Let's substitute awakening for love because it's the same thing. Love never ends. It's a continuous process of unfolding different aspects of life itself. Enjoy the unfolding nature of love. Rosie says, thank you. It means a lot. It's the best. I have a big family. I have a brother and a sister. Don't see my sister that often, although she lives across the street. My brother and I share a house that we inherited from my father. But, we're private people. So, you guys, friends and family. My significant person in my life, she's taken 6 classes in her last semester of school. So I'm lucky if I see her once a week, which means I only see our dog. Technically her dog, but she's my loner dog, once a week. It's good and bad. I'm by nature, a solitary person. Amanda says, awesome. Thanks, Yogi. Enjoying the sunny weather here. Awesome, Carl. Yeah, we're getting a sunny and warmer day today for the first time in a while. Amanda says, Rosie, this is my family and it's yours too. Absolutely. Rosie says, my dad hates me, so that's life. I'm sorry to hear that. We could retranslate that if you wanted to. It's not easy. Hate feels so real. It hits us so hard. But hate isn't the absence of love. Hate is the unawareness of love's presence. So if we know that love is always present, we can always see hate and dislike and conflict as not obstacles to love, but obstacles to the awareness of love. Can we look deeper? Let's see. Lisi says, thanks, Rosie, but I'm kind of scared. I need to bring mace or something. I'm serious about that. How about getting together and having someone else with you for the first couple times? And it says, nothing but love in this channel and group. This is true. But sometimes, like in everywhere, let's see. Katie says, do you live in England? Nope. I would love to visit England. I got a lot of good friends there. Carl says, I've never seen Amanda on my stream. She'll make it. Different time zones. She's all the way on the West Coast, and I know you are in Ireland. It can make it difficult sometimes. Rosie says, Lucy, I don't know a lot about relationships, but I know it's not meant to be to let it go. That seems to be a lot to know. That's pretty important, pretty wise. But if you guys are in love, give it a shot. Chances won't hurt. Love never hurts. However, going back to what we were saying, sometimes the lack of awareness to love's presence can hurt. Amanda says, Yogi lives in the United States. Yep. Amanda says, Carl, sorry, Carl. I try to get to everyone. Hey, Selena, how are you? Selena the Celestial says, hey, good evening, Eric. Blessings from Australia. Blessings to Australia from the United States. Nice to see you. We're going to talk just for a few more minutes, guys, and then I have to go make some oatmeal. Selena says, hello to everyone in the chat. And Lucy says, right, I know, Rosie, it's so hard for me to trust. I really don't want to be a bitter bitch. I've never taken you as bitter. Even when it feels like you've gotten your heart broken, you've never been bitter. But you better leave certain men I have blocked on here. Everyone's saying hi. Rosie says, I never felt like I had a dad. I would be jealous of my friends who would talk about their dads, but it's okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Rosie. Like I said, I had my own... Contentious is always the word. We're always butting heads with my mom. Had an awesome relationship with my father. We didn't always see eye to eye, especially when I was younger. But both my parents became my greatest teachers, and not in the way that we would think. Sometimes those that present you the hardest lesson, like a father who doesn't seem to love you, that's the hardest lesson in the world. But they become your greatest teacher. Because can you look deeper? If it's hard to see love's presence, but you realize that love is always present, how can you find it? Whenever you hear me talk about forgiveness, and guess what? Every day you're going to hear me talk about forgiveness. It is not something that we do for someone else. It's not saying I forgive you because of this. Forgiveness means that I'm going to see past the hurtful actions. I'm going to see past the things that seem to be unloving so that I can find that core of love that is within you. Because if it's within you, sorry guys, stumbling over my words. If it's within you, it's within me. And I want to see it within me. I want to know my own presence as love. The only way I can do that is to see it in you, no matter what it is that you bring me. No matter what. Amanda says, Yogi, you're one of the best people I've ever gotten the chance to know. I love you forever, and you're stuck with that. Poor Yogi stuck with me now. I don't mind being stuck. And thank you for those wonderful words. I'm not all that great of a person. I'm struggling, I'm stumbling, I'm making mistakes. You know, the lesson in Zen is life is one continuous mistake. But guess what? We get to keep self correcting. Beneath every single one of my stumbles and my falls and my mistake, I know that I am absolute and infinite love. I know that without a doubt. So I can afford to make mistakes. I can afford to stumble and I can afford to fall. I've come to the great realization over the past several years after a lifetime of searching and meditating and practicing that I can love myself through anything. I can hold myself through anything. And when I have that space to hold myself, it's the same space that I have to hold each and every one of you. Feel free to make a mistake. Feel free to stumble. I don't care. I will be here. Not going anywhere. Rosie says, I mean, I do have a BF. That's how I know. Well, you have friends here, Rosie. Rosie says, thank you so much. I really needed that advice. Rosie says, I wish I knew you before. Damn, you have good advice. I don't like thinking things. I don't like thinking that I give advice because advice can be wrong. And I never want to be wrong for someone. Um, all I have, um, all I have is friendship. That's it. Friends can talk. Friends can talk about anything. And sometimes when we talk together, we can stumble upon something that makes us feel better. Amanda says, Rosie, this sexy yogi goes live 3 times a day. Not long lives like mine. Well, that's why I do it 3 times a day. Shorter, about an hour. Although this one's usually about half an hour. Rosie says, Zaf and Amanda, I will join more often. Thank you for that. Tanya says, Yogi, I don't think you realize how great you are. Let's reframe that again. How great we are when we all come together. I am nothing without Tandra. Honestly, nothing. Here's the secret. Have anyone ever studied anything by Carl Jung, the great psychologist? He talks about projection and the shadow. And we always think of the shadow as the darkness that we project upon the world and upon others. But the shadow also contains our own greatness that we are unable to own. So we give it to someone else. But guess what? It's all meant for you. Every bit of love that you give to someone else is all meant for you. Every bit of admiration, every bit of friendship, every bit of affection, it's all meant for you. However, I appreciate hearing that because I do have a hard time accepting I can easily accept my dark shadows and work with them. I have a harder time accepting my light. I don't know why, but I'm working on it. So I love when people point that out to me. Thank you. Hey, Xfinity, how are you? It's been a little bit. Rosie says, Amanda, I'm an emotional wreck. It's okay to be an emotional wreck. We are here to heal. Each and every one of us are wounded, and each and every one of us are a healer. We're wounded healers. We're here for each other. Let's see. Amanda says, Chandra, no, he doesn't realize it. And to be honest, Chandra, that's why I'm here. I appreciate that. Xfinity, my friend, how are you? It's always nice to see you. Rosie says, his advice hits deep in the heart. Dang. Cena says, young. Yep. Eve, thank you. Eve, our supporter Eve, for 2 months. Tanya says, I can honestly say I've never been to anyone else's live streams 3 times a day. There might be a reason for that, though. Not too many other people, not too many people go live 3 times a day. Celia says, Freudian slip. That was funny. That was funny. Amanda says, Tanya doing it her way, I'm doing it my way. We're getting him to crack. We're all meant to crack. Have you guys ever listened to Leonard Cohen? Great Canadian songwriter. Says everything has a crack in it because that's how the light gets in. We are meant to be broken open so we can be more spacious and more loving. Eve, how are you, my friend? Hey, let me bring up Eve real quick. We're going to end the live stream in just a minute. But let's check in on Eve. 6.65K subscribers. Well on her way to 10K by summertime. I hope you guys can take a moment and subscribe to our friend Eve. And everyone else, of course. Rosie says, I hope I can heal soon. As long as I have you guys, I'll be okay. You know what I found? The best way of healing? Helping others heal. Be that wounded healer. See your own brokenness within the heart and eyes and the mind of everyone that you meet. And offer them love. Mother Teresa was asked, how do you show up every day at this orphanage hospital where you treat and tend to the worst of the worst? People with such horrible diseases that it's just impossible to imagine how they can be suffering so much. How do you do that every single day? And her answer was, I simply see the face of Jesus in every one of his distressing disguises. So if we're not Christian, we can see the face of Krishna. We can see the face of the Buddha. We can just see our own suffering within the heart of someone else. Everyone is fighting their own battle. So when you look at someone who seems to be hurting you, when you look at someone who seems to bring nothing but conflict, see, as our friend Rosie was saying, see their own brokenness and offer to heal. And if you can't heal, send them love and give them space. Tantra was laughing. Eve says, greetings, Lucy. Amanda says, Yogi, Rosie is going to be a first-time mom. She needs support and emotional ones too. We're here for you, Rosie. We are here for you. Running Boy says, stopping in to hit the like. He's at work, so got to go. 2622. Awesome. With 5 days being held. So that means Running Boy only needs about 300. If you can put up a playlist for our friend Running Boy. Amanda says, Running Boy, the handsome lifter. Hey, Batgirl. Batgirl Company says, Yogi, how are you, my friend? Let me, let's make this easier for Rosie. Rosie is now moderator. Deb says, just in time, I need this. You have it, Debs. Nothing but love for you, my friend. Selena says, I made peace with someone yesterday by being vulnerable. It was actually so freeing to change my perspective and forgive her. That's so awesome to hear. Vulnerability is your space. We're so afraid of being hurt that we hurt ourselves. You don't have to hurt me. Guess what? I'll do you the good favor of doing it myself. Why? Vulnerability is where our strength lies because it can't be broken. It's spacious, it's pliable, it's accepting. It is the perfect description of St. Paul in Letters to the Corinthians of what love is. Vulnerability is your ability to love. It's only when we put up walls to love's presence that we get hurt. Mita's, hey Mita. Brother Nine, live. Our friend Mita is, it's got a really good channel. If you guys want to visit, she generally comes in. She will make a very nice request for some support. If you guys have some support to give, I know she would appreciate it. Amanda says, hey Debs, we got Rosie in, the family here now. Yes, we do. Eve says, Lucy, I hope you're well. Sonia says, thanks, Lucy. Yogi, you're right. It's crazy to think something so simple to be vulnerable is the key. It is. And forgiveness is the tool that we offer others. Forgiveness isn't the thing itself. It is a tool to get to the thing. And guess what? The easiest thing in the world to get to. How do you find yourself in a loving world? Surrender to love. The Course sums it up in the very beginning. It gives away the secret, the very beginning. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. If you are experiencing anything that is not loving, it's an illusion. However, an illusion can hit you like a brick. That's why it seems that forgiveness is so hard. Just because something is an illusion doesn't mean it doesn't feel real. But forgiveness allows us to see it's still an illusion. It's an illusory brick. Batgirl says some things can't be forgiven. We're going to dive into that sometime, Batgirl. It certainly seems that way. But if we reframe what forgiveness is, we see that everything is already instantly forgiven. Here's one of my favorite descriptions of forgiveness. Forgiveness is giving up all hope for a better past. I'll say it a different way. Forgiveness is giving up all hope for a happier past. You'll never have a happier past. Anything that hurts you will never be fixed because it's in the past. However, forgiveness always and only puts us in the present moment. There's nowhere else to be but in the present moment. And in the present moment, anything that happened in the past is simply a thought of the past. The thought of the past can create a present day wound, but it doesn't have to. Lisa says, I have trust issues that it's going to take a long time to fix. If ever can be healed, you can be healed. You can most certainly be healed, Lucy. And you already are. You're willing to take another chance. What did I miss? Mita says, Tandra, thanks, brother. Tandra is a sister. Rosie says, I'm subscribed to Selena. I'm trying to sub everyone as fast as I can. Well, the chat will be open just a little bit after I But one thing, don't worry about spamming. Because remember, everyone has different language. So sometimes just reaching out to communicate. Tanya says, Amanda, it's the way they show love. Absolutely. Thank you. Lucy says, forgiveness does not mean that they get to come back into your life. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And I've said this before. It's letting go and moving on. It's more of a selfish thing, but I mean that in a good way. Understand, exactly. It's selfish because there's only one self. It is a gift we give ourselves in recognizing there are no selves. If I continue to hold you in anything other than love, then I imprison myself to something that isn't love. I can love you and learn the lesson that you gave me, and the lesson is always and only love, and then I can move on. Then I'm free. I never want, it's my issue with everything, being free. I never want to be in prison to any past event. And guess what? You don't have to be. Let's see. Selena says, I just realized that your t-shirt says vibes spelled backwards, Yogi. Love it. Does it? Now I'm going to be trying to look at it all day. I'm going to run into walls because they're going to be looking down trying to read my shirt. Like 26. Thank you. That's pretty good for the morning. Hey, Tita Beth. How are you, my friend? Rosie says, Amanda, you have a heart. Stop saying you don't. If you didn't have one, you wouldn't care for me this much. You wouldn't care for all of us. You absolutely do, Amanda. Amanda says, yeah, he told him, Yogi. Hey, Brian. Brian says, good morning, lovely miracle workers. Good morning, Brian, my friend. Brian is going to be a firefighter, guys. Carl says, live stream just canceled. Why'd you cancel, Carl? Brian says, top of the morning to you, Sir Yogi. Top of the morning to you, my friend. Amanda says, Yogi, thank you for this beautiful live. Yogi, you are still my #1 man. Yep, you're stuck. I don't mind being stuck. Let's talk oatmeal. We are talking oatmeal. I'm on my way to make oatmeal. I'm actually pretty late for my oatmeal. Mina says, brother, 9 live. I got you. I'll bring your channel up, Mita. We will give you some support. We will give you some love. It's oatmeal time for Yogi, guys. It is oatmeal time. Carl says, I'm giving moderators off this weekend. Well, that's awful kind of you, Carl. All right, yep, I will be live at 1 o'clock. Amanda had said, thank you for this beautiful live. I love my 5 a.m. live streams. It's always awesome. And it's because of you guys showing up. Hey, Amanda, this live stream, this live stream, it's a gift from you. You brought in some wonderful people, and you brought in your own wonderful presence. Tandra, you too. You guys made the live stream. I appreciate it so much. Deb says, I need to move on and away from here. After 2 years of trying everything, I'm just helping paying the bills, but it's not worth the emotional costs. But I'm grateful for my camper and car. Sorry to whine. Hey, Amanda, it's never a whine. It is never a whine. You're opening up. Love you, my friend. Always feel free to reach out, too, by the way. Selena said, Debs, God bless you, and I'm praying for you. Thank you, Selena. All of us. Love and prayers to you, Debs. Tanya says, Yogi, when you eat the oatmeal, smile and think of us. I will. Thank you so much. Amanda says, thank you, Yogi. You're amazing and handsome. Debs says, Selena, thank you. Prayers, Debs. Let me offer something, one more. Again, chapter 27, of Course in Miracles. In quietness, all things are answered, and is every problem quietly resolved. In conflict, there can be no answer and no resolution. For its purpose to make no resolution possible and to ensure that no answer will be plain. If you are in conflict, don't expect to find the answer in conflict. Go to your quiet mind. Go to that place within your heart that holds the answer. The answer, who knows what the answer is? It might be to remove yourself from this situation. It might be to infinite answers, but you will get the answer outside of conflict. Go into that quiet spot in your heart that's always present, always wise, always loving, and ask, how do I resolve this? And then listen. Allow yourself to be guided and see what unfolds. I know that our friend Debs knows how to trust her intuition. Find that quiet spot. Find that intuitive voice, Deb. Listen to the answer and allow yourself to be guided. Carl says might do a Facebook one instead. Awesome, Carl. Amanda says he's getting there. Yeah, I'm slow to get started and slow to unstart. Deb says, Rosie, he's always dodges my compliments. I got him to break a couple of times and take it a couple of times. A couple of times. All it takes is a crack. Rosie's laughing. Game over. It says, thanks, Selena. All right. With that, guys, I'm going to see everyone later. Come on by this afternoon or this evening if you're around, and we'll keep spreading the love. So it's Yogi or blushing. That's why I have a beard, so it minimizes my blushing. The beard is a disguise. Continue to spread the love, guys. There are a number of channels right now that need your presence, even if it's just for a moment, even if it is just to say hi. I don't know why Rosie saying as blushing is making me blush even more. Deb says it's going to take time, but thank you so much, Yogi. I love a saying from A Course in Miracles, infinite patience produces immediate results. Be patient with yourself. Rosie says, you're awesome, much love, and thanks again. Thank you. Carl says, I need love. Sending you love, Carl. Sending you love. You give love to so many people. I see you quite a few live streams. All the love that you give, the Beatles are right, by the way, guys. All the love you give is all meant for you. Let's give it back. Amanda says, we love you, Carl. We do. Eve says, hey, Rosie. With that, guys, I got to go. Sending you love, Carl. Sending love to all of you guys. Seeing you guys, you girls are cracking me up. This is true. I think it's me and Carl. And I'm not sure if Brian is still here. All you need is love, the Beatles. You can't go wrong by quoting the Beatles. Tanya says bye, all. Bye, guys. Love to you, Debs. I'll see y'all later.